lovelies. I hope you're all well. I'm just taking my time because last time I did a live, it just like completely cut off the front. And I also apologize because I did set this up as a scheduled live and I just could not figure out for the life of me how I was supposed to join that from, from my mobile. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just like start a fresh one. So I'll figure that out later. I hope you're all well. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you, whenever it is that you watch this. The first thing that I will say is that, yes, Valentine's Day is highly commercialized. There's a lot of pressure on people to show up in this very extra special way. But the love that you are manifesting, the love that you are creating, that you are calling into your life should be consistent. You should feel special. You should feel safe. You should feel cherished every single day that you are in a relationship with somebody. And I mean, personally, I love Valentine's Day. I just love to go that little bit extra. But what I will say is, yes, there should be a standard in your life. And the first part of this video that we're going to be doing is really focusing on your self-love, building that foundation and that kind of platform for where you manifest from, because coming at manifestation from a place of lack, from a place of need, from a like, you complete me, which is like such a kind of like cheese line, but no, it's two whole people complementing each other, like two divine counterparts coming together to build something wonderful. But it is not that they complete each other or that, yes, absolutely, that one is not whole without the other. So say hello, guys, if you're joining in. I can see some of you joining. Please say hello. I'm sending you all so much love. So yeah, we want to set this kind of like self-love scene. If you are already in a relationship and you're kind of like, I'm not manifesting love, so I don't necessarily feel like I need to stay on for the manifesting love section, which is going to be the second part, no problem. Like, but if you want to take this opportunity to just kind of connect into like, wow, do you know what, I'm a fabulous person, you do you, boo, because at the end of the day, we manifest from our self-concept. We manifest from what we believe is possible for us, what we believe we are worthy of. And you should really be putting yourself up on a pedestal. Like, it's so easy when we're attracting love or whatever to be like, oh, this person's so amazing. Like, how could I possibly be without them? Or anything like a job or whatever. It's so easy to put the manifestation up on the pedestal, and what you should really be doing is kind of being like, you know what, I'm a fucking baddie, you know, I'm magnetic and this stuff is attracted to me. Like, it's not that I need to go after it or prove myself in any kind of way as being like worthy. Like, it's the other way around. Okay, so also, when you connect into your self-love and your standards, particularly where a relationship is concerned, you are then connecting across the board. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, says MA. Thank you for spreading and sharing the love around. But yes, when we are in our self-worth and have high standards for ourselves, we expect better for ourselves, we accept better for ourselves, we choose and tolerate better. So when we are coming at things from a place of low self-worth or putting other things up on the pedestal, we will often accept breadcrumbs or shoddy behavior, and that's not what this is all about. Like, you are deserving of the best treatment, of your manifestations, whether that's a relationship or whatever, showing up in the way that you want it to show up. And this really does begin and end with you. How you behave and the way that you show up for your manifestations and your relationship can have a massive impact on the manifestation itself. And at the end of the day, you know, this is tough talk, but if we want to see different results in our lives, we have to take a really good look at ourselves, get really self-aware and be something different. Like, you know, bring a different game, switch things up, find a new way of being, operate from a different place of self-worth and self-love. And I guarantee you, you will get interesting and very much desired results that you want. Mercedes says happy B-Day. Thank you, Mercedes. So yeah, let's just do a little bit of coaching around the way you see yourself and recognizing your value, putting yourself on the pedestal and getting you stable. ahead of manifesting. If any of you guys are manifesting back exes or specific people, I don't talk very much about that on my channel. No problem. Like, you can absolutely manifest exes and specific people back. I often find though, when people are kind of coming at this, we want to get you very, very stable, very, very trusting, very, very knowing, very much in your worth, and seeing that you are a prize. And if you don't feel stable, if your energy is a bit like and all over the place, sometimes that's not the best place to manifest from. It's much, much better to manifest when you are stable and in your better feeling state. Okay, it's all about your feeling state. So when people are like, oh, I tried this manifestation technique and it didn't work, but what was the feeling state you were in behind it? Were you in trust? Were you in belief? Were you just like, yeah, that would be nice, but I'm not giving it any of my energy. I'm just going about my day. I know that it's done. Whereas when it's like you just did that manifestation exercise and then you're just constantly checking your phone and all of this stuff, that's when things generally obviously don't come through, because you're attached, you're not in the feeling state, you're not trusting the process. So if you are manifesting an X or an SP and ideally I want to get you in your best feeling state ahead of this, but if you don't feel like you're quite there today with the trust factor, then let's just go general and just be like, I'm attracting, love that is for my highest and greatest good. I know that anything is possible for me, but ultimately in choosing myself, in choosing my feeling state, in choosing my vibration, I can never go wrong. Like, it's always going to pay off for me. Okay, grab a pen and paper so that you can kind of journal with me. And then for part 2, if you're wanting to do manifesting love, we will do 2-cup method, which is my favorite, because it just, well, they can all work, but honestly, I just think 2-cup method is just fucking amazing. 2-cup method changed my life, so I will always kind of like go to it as my default thing, and I just think it's so powerful for being in like the feeling state. So one thing I will say to just differentiate, as a coach, my job is to ask you questions. Yes, I can kind of give you all this guidance and mentor you in that way, but a coach asks you questions and gets you to connect into your power and your personal answers. I'm not going to, drip feed you the answers to you knowing where your personal value lies, okay? So this is what journaling is here for. These are what these coaching questions are here for, to just get you to connect your own power. So I'll take it at a pace, but if you want to watch this on a replay, you are most welcome to pause as we go along so that you can take your time. So self-love is very much an all-encompassing thing, but we want to get you feeling really confident across the board. So we're talking like body, mind, heart, what you bring to the world, the way in which you are already loved, and just get you really connecting to you as a whole. That there's so many facets to you that are lovable, that are amazing, that should be celebrated, okay? Romance yourselves, darlings. Okay, so the first question I will ask is, what, and you can, if you want, I can see Rob, but you've changed your name, Rob. Hobby Bobbly. Happy V-Day. If you want to write your answers as well, like in the chat, write your answers in the chat, no problem. So the first question is, what is your favorite compliment that you have ever received about you, and why? What is it that somebody has said about you that has just made you go, wow, like that makes me feel so incredibly amazing, beautiful, special, powerful? What is that, okay? And I'm not going to get you to necessarily answer this, but there can be a lot of insight into that, like why that area of your life, whether it was your mind or your body or whatever, and you can look at that a little bit deeper and you can say, why is that important to me? Why do I place a value on that, for example? Okay, so I'll just repeat it. What is the most favorite compliment you have ever received, and why? And if you can think of a few, you can, do some more, okay? Okay, let's just do a couple on the body. Which part of your body makes you feel the most beautiful, and why? or gorgeous or handsome or whatever is like the word that you would choose for you feeling at your best and in your power. Which part of you makes you feel the most beautiful and why? And if you were like manifesting somebody, what is it that they appreciate about that part of you and why? Okay, third question. Which body part, particularly if you struggled with that previous question, which body part are you most thankful for and why? So even if your self-worth isn't super high, like just come into a place of appreciation that you are here having a human experience, you are alive, you get to experience this life and all the amazing people and all the amazing things that are in it. I just always give you a really obvious one, is like lungs for breathing. But I'm very much about like, seeing as we're on a little bit of a romance level, like lips for kissing, you know, eyes for seeing, you know, all these amazing things like that go into the, you know, art of seduction and courtship is like, it's a very sensory thing. What body parts are you most thankful for and why? How do those body parts allow you to love other people? Yes. Ooh, saucy. Okay, when you finish with that one, question number 4. What is something kind that you did for somebody else lately? So this is just really holding a mirror up to you and how beautiful you are. It's just really nice to notice all the ways in which we give to other people. So what is something that you did for someone recently, whether you gave somebody a lift, maybe you bought somebody a coffee, maybe you loaned somebody like some clothes. Like I do that quite regularly with my friends. I'll say like, hey, listen, you know, I've got outfits, you know, it's kind of like no skin off, you know, my nose, or whatever that phrase is, for me to do that for you. What is something kind you did for someone else lately? And I wasn't going to ask you this, but I'm going to ask you this. What are some kind things, or what are some ways in which you have received lately? I talk about this quite a lot, that when we are manifesting and we put something up on a pedestal, we can really lose sight of all the ways in which we are receiving from other sources. Like you are in receiving mode all of the time, okay? I'm going to give you an example. So I was listening to like Lucky Girl Syndrome Subliminal last night. And yesterday I said to my friend, oh, there's this amazing like dress that I really wanted and it had gone out of stock. Boo-hoo. And this morning, literally, as soon as I woke up, I had to search for it, like in the image search, because it doesn't come up on Google Shopping anymore. And when I clicked on it, they had one back in stock and it was in my size. And I was like, oh my God, amazing. So I literally just was like, okay, you know, just purchase that. And it's little things like that where it's so easy to just like overlook that. And actually it's like, no, like I wanted that. And it kind of like came back in, even though it said it was out of stock. There it is for me. Like, aren't I lucky? So it's little things like this, observing all these little things, all these little ways in which you are receiving all the time. And you can call them little if you want, but you can also say like, it doesn't matter, size doesn't matter. Don't get so tunnel visioned on that one manifestation that you are looking for, that you lose sight of all these other amazing ways that people are just blessing you on the daily. And it can be just that they were listening to you, they gave you their time. Yes, maybe they did buy you something. Maybe they invited you out. There are lots of people in this world that love you, and there are lots of ways in which you are receiving from them. Okay, I can't remember what question we're on now. Probably number 6. Okay, how do you make this world better? What impact do you bring to this world? What love, what light do you bring to other people? Now, I know this is quite a big question when we think about the world. Thank you, saying I love you, thank you. When we think about the world, like that's a really big like, oh my God, the world. Like I don't have like maybe you look at yourself and go, I'm not using anything like as a global platform or anything, but I assure you, there is something that you bring There is your own magic, your own light that you bring to this world that has its own ripple effect. It all starts at an individual level, and if we can all be a little bit more self-aware and all a bit more loving at an individual level, we will make this world a better place. So do you make people laugh? Do you make people smile? Maybe you're just like really good at like cooking for other people and giving other people food. Maybe you're a really good listener. Maybe you always know the right words to say to somebody. Maybe you have a talent that, you know, that you might not see it this way, but like you bless other people with. Maybe you know, you're a musician and your music kind of brings joy to other people's lives. So how do you make this world a better place? And even if you can't think bigger, think, how are you contributing to the lives of your friends? We'll bring this back round when we're talking about manifesting a specific individual later. Okay. And do you know what? I'll just throw this next question in with that. Yeah. What do you think you're good at? If you're struggling with that question, just bend it. What do you think you're good at? And what makes you a good friend? Okay. I'm going to ask this one now. Why? Oh, thank you, Nuran. That's so sweet. I hope I haven't missed any of the comments whilst I have my head down looking at my my journal. Okay, here we go. Big question. Why would someone be lucky to date you? Because we'll do this in the manifesting somebody else exercise shortly, but again, we're always thinking like, I need this person, you know, I need a partner, like I don't want to be alone, or whatever the kind of like the fear or the attachment is that is driving that. But somebody is manifesting you as well. If you're already in a relationship, just paraphrase that to, why is my partner lucky to be dating me? Why is my partner lucky to have me? How am I a blessing to the relationship? Because someone is going to be very, very lucky to date you. And coming back to what I said at the beginning about standards and what you accept, choose, and tolerate, you want somebody who is going to meet your bar, raise your bar. We will do some EFT tapping, by the way, guys, shortly. But you want somebody who's going to meet your bar. They are lucky and blessed to have you, like, your attention, your presence. Do you know what I mean? Like, your energy is a privilege. So, you know, we want to have some standards. Oh, I missed that comment because, like, why does it like go? Nuran, I could see it was you. You said I was really lovely or something. So thank you. But like, these comments are just fucking flash so bloody fast. And Gwendolyn said, yay, EFT. Okay. What else shall I ask you? How can you start romancing yourself more? So if you are obviously taking the time to do this today, I would kind of look at this as like, I'm romancing myself, like I'm really investing in myself, I'm investing in my energy. Send yourself flowers or like gifts, treat yourself. Like, it's just like, don't wait for someone to treat you right before you'll treat yourself right. Just take yourself out. One of the most powerful places that you can get to is to just be like, you know what? I'm going to go on a trip by myself, or, you know, I'm going to go to the cinema by myself. I'm going to enjoy it. Like, I'm going to enjoy my own company. I'm going to treat myself how I would want to be treated. How can you romance yourself more? What does that mean to you? Like, think about the way you would like to be romanced by somebody. And when can you next kind of set a date for yourself? Prioritize yourself. Okay, next one. We're nearly going to wrap these ones up before we do EFT. What do you love about being alive? What do you love about being human? What do you get to experience? Being human in this body is a privilege, a sensory privilege, an experiential, is that even a word, privilege. I cannot think who it was. Somebody said that it's just amazing to be able to have the capacity to feel it all, the light and the dark, the duality of light and shadow. And if anybody here is going through what we might call like a difficult, challenging, testing kind of shadow period, I can assure you, if you embrace it, if you lean in, if you want to shine light and love onto that, it will metamorphosis into something just incredible and wonderful when you observe it, love it, and integrate the lessons. You've got this, I promise. Okay, last two questions. What are 3 things that you are really grateful for? Whether this is about yourself, what do you appreciate about yourself, what do you do well, or just 3 general things that you are grateful for at this exact moment in time. And my last question is, what is possible for you? Because manifesting is all about possibilities, potential, creating a self-concept around what is possible and what is your potential, and not just like what is, I always say this, not what's possible for him or for her or for whoever, what is possible for you at an individual level. When you go on your healing journey, because it is a healing journey, like we get here, we get programmed, we get conditioned, we get, right, this is this belief about this, and this is the belief you're going to believe about men or women, and this is what you're going to think about yourself and all this. And it's not what you're becoming, it's a remembering of your truth. And when you strip back all this stuff and you start to become very, very, very self-aware, you start to see where those limitations of potential, where those glass ceilings in your life are, where you've got caps on things that are kind of holding you back from reaching next levels, and you just want to blow those ceilings off. You know, you want to just open those doors wide to anything is possible for me. But I would love you to just connect to that right now. Like, what is possible for me? That could be specifics in terms of like financials, like your living arrangements, whatever. It could just be like potentials of like, I know I can feel this way. I know that life can be good for me. You can go general as well. So there you go. There are some coaching questions. I hope you've enjoyed those. I'll just take a second, and then we're going to do a quick EFT just to kind of like do a little bit of self-regulation and to just bring those, you know, beliefs into our self-concept, and, you know, reprogramming the subconscious mind that actually you are wonderful, you are amazing, that like love and lots of amazing things are possible for you, and that you deserve those things. And then we're going to go into doing a little bit of scripting about what it is that we're calling in a partner, and or if you're just manifesting some like changes or revisions kind of in your relationship, as it were. Okay, so before we start tapping, we'll just do a little bit of breathing, just to kind of you know, self-regulate rather than going straight in. So I like to personally put a hand on my heart and a hand on my solar plexus, and if you want, you can close your eyes down. For the tapping, I won't narrate the points. I will just be going with the flow, and I always close my eyes for tapping now generally, and I just channel it through. So just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and when you're ready, exhale through the mouth. And again, take an inhale through your nose, and an exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. And we will just set the intention that this EFT serves you for your highest and greatest good in connecting to your personal power, into knowing your worth, loving yourself, seeing that you are wonderful, that you deserve to be up on that pedestal. And so it is. Okay, when we are ready, so we always tap on the side of the hand. Just in case anyone's new here to EFT, I will just quickly go over this. Side of the hand, ends of your eyebrows, sides of your eye, under the eye, under the nose, on the chin, collarbones. I was like, where's my collarbones? Collarbones. Under the arm, and on the crown. And by the way, guys, I don't do many EFTs on my channel anymore, but if you love my EFTs, please come and join me on my Instagram. I really try to go live and do an EFT tapping every Thursday. I don't always guarantee it, but I would say like 3 out of 4 times in the month I do make it, okay? So if you really love those, come on down. So tapping on the side of the hand to start, I'm just gonna close my eyes down and we'll start with, even though I've had wobbles, I've questioned my worth, I've got attached, and I've put other things up on the pedestal, I am choosing to truly see myself, to know my worth, and to put myself up on the pedestal. Ends of your eyebrow, and then we go with the flow. I am amazing. I am incredible. I am awesome. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am allowing love, light, blessings into my life. The stream of abundance, the stream of love flowing from source is meant for everybody, not just that person or him or her. It's meant for me too. I can be lucky, loved, blessed. I can have ease. I can have flow. My life gets to be good. I am safe to have it all. I am safe to have a good life. I'm safe to love myself. I'm safe to see myself as a prize, as a catch, as something special. I am safe to think highly of myself. Downplaying myself, being too modest, brushing off compliments is doing me no favors. I am going to be in receiving mode, declaring my greatness, seeing my value, knowing my worth, and accepting all the praise, all the compliments, all the love that comes my way. I am truly worthy of this. I am divine. I am source energy in a human body, having a human experience. I'm here to create, here to love and be loved. I'm here to be me. There is no one else like me. I am special. Being me, being authentic is my superpower. I don't need to be anyone else or like anyone else. I am going to be loved for who I am. When I remember my power, when I live my narrative the way I want to be, feeling my best, doing what makes me happy, I align to my path of least resistance. I'm in alignment. There's no one I'd rather be than me. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am kind. I have a huge heart. I'm doing my best. I'm a perfect work in progress. There are lots of people already who love me for me, and there will be more. I love me for me, and I'm ready to see myself, see my heart, see my worthiness, know that I belong, know that I can have whatever I want, know that nothing is off limits to me. I am powerful. My bar is high. I'm deserving only of the best. Putting myself up on that pedestal. My manifestations can come chase me. I am magnetic. I am chosen. My energy is incredible. My energy is dominant. I am the winner. Winning at life. I love being me. Doors are about to open for me. And doors have already opened for me. I have so much to be grateful for. I'm already receiving. Already so blessed. Already so loved. Everything's working out for me. The universe has my back. I'm up on that pedestal. And so it is. And then just, if you want to, in fact, I'm going to tell you to, give yourself a massive hug. And if you are tuning out now because you're like, I don't need to manifest love, I'm fine. Just like, thank yourself for taking the time to do that EFT. Everything is working out for you. Two things that came up during that. One of them, hopefully I can remember both of them. One of them that I was aware of is, yeah, when you are being authentic, when you are not holding yourself back, you are literally operating on your highest path, your highest kind of timeline. You are being yourself and you are calling to you all these incredible things. You do not need to pretend to be someone else to attract love or any of this stuff. Like, it's all about you living in the fullest expression of you and doing what makes you happy. Gwendolyn, thank you. That was awesome. Your lucky girl EFT is also epic. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you guys love that EFT because obviously it was just like channeled on the fly, and I was just really, really happy that everybody enjoyed it. So Thank you so much. What was the other thing that came through in that EFT that I was like, oh, this is important? Oh, I don't know. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me in due course. Things come in and out of my head. I've been doing a lot of your self-concept videos recently. Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah, like self-concept really is it's everything, like when it comes to manifesting, because it's really influencing the way in which you're showing up and being, and like, yeah, your feeling state, and operating in your kind of, like I said, your authenticity and in your power. So self-concept is like one of the best things that you can be doing to like work on yourself. It all begins with you, like not trying to like manipulate things and being like, okay, what can I do to like get a reaction, or or to push this along. Like, your energy is everything. So yeah, keep like focusing on you, your self-concept, your belief system, the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about your possibilities and potential. I think is it Katerina said, love your outfit, thank you so much. It's got fluffy cuffs and a corset, and it's like a bikini. So yeah, I mean, what more could you want out of an outfit? Like everything. I saw it, I was like, that's mine. Okay, so let's just do, we're doing good for time. Let's just do a little bit of scripting work and intention setting around calling in love into your life. So hopefully you guys are all kind of on that page, and that you want to stick around and do that. Like I said, we're going to do 2-cup method. So go and get 1 cup with water, 1 cup without water. You can also have like your cup that has no water, can be like, it can be something fancy like a wine glass or a champagne flute. I didn't do that this time, but sometimes I like to do that to like represent that you're kind of like quantum jumping up to a higher timeline, as it were, because this is just a IKEA cup. So but I forgot that today, so it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter, but like manifestation techniques should feel fun. They should feel exciting. I'm personally a big advocate of like, just do what makes you feel good, because it's all about the feeling state. So for me, I'm like, if you found your manifestation exercise really boring, I mean, you could have a self-concept that you were like, this was really boring, but if I work, I know some people who do this, they're like, if I've worked slogged away at this, I'll get what I want. But that's just their self-concept, like that's their belief system. So what more can I say? Whereas for me though, I'm just like, if that felt fun and it felt powerful for me, then that's going to put me in my best energy. Yes, this live will be available after. It will be there. You can replay it. So if you've got to go and do things, you go do things. It will be here. It's all good. And we will be doing another EFT. We'll do the EFT before we drink the water on the 2-cup method. So, I don't think anybody's ever done that before. Merging those two things, so let's do that. So okay, scripting, you can do this on your phone, you can do it on paper, I don't care, just do what feels good for you. So let's just do this in the kind of, it's already happened. We'll try and throw in ideally some self-concept affirmations of like, I always get this, and this always happens to me. With self-concept, you want those affirmations to be absolute. Like, it's not a one-time thing. It's like, that's consistent. So you could do this a couple of ways. You could do this as if you are sending like a text message to a friend or a letter to a friend, and you're kind of just like relaying that you are now with your person. Like, you might know who this person is, like I said, or this could be somebody and you're like, I don't know who it is, there's no one on my radar, but I'm gonna call that person in. I've got so many clients that have manifested people that are just like, do you know what I mean? Like, just, they didn't know them, and they are exactly what they have written and scripted about. So you can be you can also be very specific. In fact, it's all about the feelings, but I do also encourage you to be specific, because there's been times where I've thought I was kind of like getting my manifestation shopping list right, and then like you'd get certain bits and it was like, oh, I should have refined that a little bit more, like, you know. Anyway, so let's kind of just start off and say, the good thing is, like I said, we've done all this pre-work to kind of put you in like a, okay, I'm good, solid energy place. Like with any manifestation stuff, I always recommend like if you can, just like do some gratitude or something before, to put you in a state of like wholeness, like life's good, things are working out for me, so you're not approaching your exercises from lack. So you can use some of the, like, you could use, if you wanted, the Neville Goddard thing, remember the time. So you could start off with, remember the time I met my ideal, you use the word you want. I'm just going to use the word partner, but you can use the word like girlfriend, boyfriend, or the time I manifested my crush, or the time me and so got together. You know, you can be very, very specific about that. Another way that you could start this off is, oh my gosh, like, you're not going to believe this, but I have been on a date with so-and-so, or my SP asked me to be his girlfriend, my SP asked me to be her boyfriend, whatever. So depends where you're going with. Are you going with like the end game of like we're together, or are you just kind of like at that point where you're like, I just want to get a text back, man? So I'm not going to tell you exactly what to write. This is obviously specific, but I'm giving you some examples. You want to write it in past tense. It's already happened, okay? And the idea is that we want to like connect you to that feeling that this has happened, and like that kind of excitement and buzz. But one thing I will say, which I was talking to a client about, is that when you are looking to get like a new kind of like normal in your reality, especially like with lucky girl kind of self-concept and lucky guy, whatever, lucky anything self-concept, it's like, of course, yeah, of course I have money, of course I'm with so-and-so, that's completely normal. Like, it's at this point, there isn't, when you get to that, there isn't necessarily this huge level of like excitement and elation, because it's just like, that's normal. Like, I'm grateful for it, but there's this balancing act of like I'm grateful, but it's normal. But obviously for this, you know, we want to put you in that like, oh, this is amazing. Okay, so you can say, detail how it unfolded. So you could say, you know, they sent me a text, for example, and they declared their feelings for me. Or if you don't know this person, you could do something like, I have met the most amazing person. It was also natural. It was also easy and effortless. It was like we were in the right place at the right time. We just clicked straight away. They asked me out. They set a date. You know, they booked the restaurant. All of these kind of things. So it's up to you, depending on whether you're just calling in somebody that you don't know, or whether you want your specific, like a text message from somebody, but detail it the way that you want it to be. The most important part is how they make you feel, how this process makes you feel. So if you were manifesting a message, you could be like, when I saw that message come up on my phone, my heart was racing. I was so excited. I knew they were going to message, but it felt so good to see that on my phone. It was exactly the message that I've been manifesting. They said everything that I've been wanting to hear. I knew it would all work out. I feel so relieved. Like, think how you're going to feel when you get that text message. If you are manifesting a message, I feel so relieved. I feel so content. I feel so at peace. Everything's fine. We're all good. We're back in contact. I feel so trusting and hopeful and full of possibilities. I feel so loved, so chosen, so thought of, remembered, desired. Like, the list goes on, okay? But how you are going to want to feel is where you want to connect to in your feeling state, is how good this is going to feel, but also that, like, I know that this is good. There's nothing I need to do to push this or figure this out. If you are then talking about the actual relationship, the way that relationship is going to make you feel. So you would then say, this person is everything that I have been manifesting and more. They make me feel loved, secure. We communicate. They're funny. Maybe, like, guys, you can be specific, you know, they are, you know, well paid. They pay the bill. They make me feel spoiled and treated. They make me feel like a goddess, or a god, or a king. Like, they are my divine masculine, my divine feminine. I feel so at ease with them. Think about the way you want this person to make you feel. They are loyal to me. Pick out their qualities. So especially as well, if you are manifesting a specific person and you have been getting a version of that person that is like not the desirable version of that person, you want to revise that, okay? So you want to say, this person showed up, they were ready. You could say, you know, they're ready for commitment. They couldn't get me off their mind. They knew I was a prize. They knew I was the only option, the serious choice. There's no comparison, you know. Like, I will also say that being like needy energy, it's okay. You're safe to lean back. You are the prize, okay? You're not, you know, I'm going to put this really bluntly, you're not some sloppy, easy hoe, and that's what sets you apart. Like, the queen gets her choice. The queen gets to sit back and go, okay, like, step up, show me. I have standards, I have boundaries. I know what I'm worthy of. So it's okay for you to kind of like be in your feminine, to lean back, to be in that receiving thing, to be chaste. But yeah, be very mindful of like the story that you're telling about that person. If you're doing a revision, you want to say they showed up the way I wanted them to show up, ready, communicative, honest, trustworthy, all of this stuff. And then be really mindful about the conversations like outside of scripting that you are having with your friends and family or whatever, because if you're in the energy of the problem or you're trying to figure this out, then you're not in the end state. You're not in the feeling state for it. How is that conversation serving you? What is the narrative that you are perpetuating about that person, okay? And I know, guys, like, I'm just going to be really honest, like, I'm not going to say it's hard, like, I don't want to affirm that, but like, if you find yourself doing those things, please don't shame yourself and beat yourself up and go, oh, I fucked it, like, I fucked up my manifestation so bad. Like, just, it's okay to just go, okay, we need to reset, I need to recenter, stabilize my energy again, and come back to the truth the potential, the possibility, and the knowing about me and what is possible, and that this person's gonna come through. So yeah, and if you want to be specific about, if you're calling in somebody brand new, you can say, for example, listen, I'm all for it. Like, they have blue eyes, they have, like, you know, my desired hair color. Oh, Daphne, have you come to see us? Yeah, everybody's coming in. Look, you guys haven't seen these babies for ages. I know, they're so fluffy. Coming up, Bodhi? Yeah, come on, quick. There we go. Look, these are my babies. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, you can be specific about the way that they look, whether they're self-employed. I would encourage you to think about these things, to think about the end state of the kind of dates you would go on, the kind of lifestyle that you would have. I think it's very important to even identify things like their kind of like predominant love languages and things. Like, are they somebody that gives gifts? Do they like quality time with you? Do they use words of affirmation? So there's a lot of kind of like reassurance and validation through the words that they say. What are the other love languages? They've gone right out of my head. Acts of service. So like, they do things for you. So they might just be like, I'll put petrol in your car or whatever, gas in your car. I know someone who's like, she's like, oh my God, like that would make my day. And I'm like, well, okay. if that's what turns you on. But yeah, so thinking about those kinds of things, because you want to have like an alignment of the way in which that person shows up for you that makes you go, oh, that makes me feel really loved and valued. Also looking at your values, like you want to be in alignment with that person. So like, there's things online, just type in list of core values if you haven't done this. Do it for yourself, ideally narrow it down to 5, and then have to say, I want to manifest somebody who shares the same values as me, has the same common goals as me. Like, we both want kids, we both want this kind of lifestyle, like these kind of things, because this is important stuff. Like, unless you guys are literally just going, you know what, I'm just manifesting that I get laid this month, you know, fair enough. If that's what you want, you do you. If you're like, no, like I really am manifesting like my long haul person, then be very, very specific. Like, have that standard of like, I this is what I'm calling into my life, and it's completely possible that I can have it all and I can have that full package. So far your script should look like, oh my gosh, this happened, I got this communication, or I got this, you know, I got this result, or I met my person, this is kind of how it unfolded, they make me, this experience has made me feel like this person makes me feel like this, these are all the qualities they possess, we are in sync on these things, these are the things that we have in common. Like, it's just incredible, and it all came about with a lot of ease and a lot of flow. You can then put in something along the lines of like, and you know what? They were manifesting me as well. And coming back to what we did in the self-love section, going, I make them feel like this. They were looking for somebody like me. I'm fun, I'm hot, like I live here, I've got this going for me. We want the same things. Duh, like I'm exactly what they were manifesting. Like, I think that's so important for putting yourself on this pedestal of like wholeness and like, I'm the prize. There's somebody, my friend says it, like there's somebody looking at the moon and they're manifesting you as well. And that just, oh my God, like that just gives me chills when I think about that, like people like coming together and lining up, and somebody out there, for all you singletons, is manifesting you as well. And at the end, I would just round it off. I always round off like, I'm so grateful. I'm so happy that this happened. I feel so satisfied, so content, so loved, so peaceful. You can say like, I already felt fantastic, and I already knew that I was the prize and that I was amazing, and I wasn't like, I mean, don't want to say like, oh, I don't like to use negative statements, but it's like, wasn't lonely. I was pretty much good, you know, I was doing my own thing, but this is just the icing on the cake. Like, this is incredible. I feel so grateful, so blessed, so lucky. And I'm so excited for all that is coming next for us. So you always want to kind of like round off in a good, energetic place. I hope that has helped you. Like, so just think of scripting as stages of specifics and feelings in the past tense. You get to do it your way. You can make it as long as you want. But I'm very much like, make it as powerful as you can. Like, just the more powerful it is, the more you just kind of go like, oh yeah, that's good, that's done. So before we do the 2-cup method, actually we're going to start the 2-cup method now. So what I want you to do is just take your cup of water. If you've not got a cup of water, go get yourself a cup of water. It doesn't have to be like a pint. It just needs to be enough, and then get yourself another empty cup. And we're going to just hold that to our heart space. And I want you to have your script in front of you or in your mind. And I want you to just imagine this beautiful green light is starting to glow in your heart chakra space. I really like to think of my heart as like it's a beautiful emerald, like something out of the Wizard of Oz. It's just this beautiful crystal emerald heart, and it is just beaming out this light into this water. And I just want you to connect into everything that we talked about in the self-love section. You're amazing. You're a prize. All is well. You're a perfect work in progress. You are worthy and deserving. And you're ready. You're open and you're allowing love into your life. But there's already so much goodness here, so much goodness in you, so much worthiness, so much potential. I want you to just see that water glowing beautiful and green. You're just channeling all this hope and faith and potential. And ultimately it's just this like, you know what, all is well kind of vibe. All is well. And I want you to then take your second cup, and we're going to pour that water into that one. And we're just going to do a really quick EFT before we drink that water, just to put you in your best feeling state. So tapping on the side of your hand and just say, I set the intention with this water. I am calling in love. Love exists. Love is here right now. My special person is manifesting me too. And that feels so good. Ends of your eyebrow. Everything is unfolding. Everything is lining up with greatest ease and flow. Receiving that text message, bumping into that person, right place, right time. I'm in alignment, feeling good, knowing I am the prize. I'm on that pedestal. I'm the only choice, the obvious choice, the magnetic choice. lining up to love, to my specific person. We're going to make each other feel so good, so loved, so safe, so secure, so wanted, so special, so desired. There is somebody manifesting me too. We're coming together. Love is on my side. Luck is on my side. It all unfolded so easily. I feel so relieved, so content, so peaceful. It all worked out. It was all good. It always was. There was never anything to stress over. The universe had my back all along. It all began with me and my energy. I was the magnet. I was the prize. I was the energetic force of creation. I have the power. Remembering my power, my manifesting power. Love exists. Love is possible. Love is mine. And I am claiming it. It is my time. And it's already done. And it's showing up in the way I specified. And it feels so fucking good. And so it is. And then I want you to pick up your new cup with the water. Just hold it to your heart. It's all beautiful and it's green and it's ready. It's full of love. Everything is working out for you. It's done. Like, it's done, guys. Honestly, it's done. There is nothing for you to figure out. There's nothing for you to push. If there is something you're supposed to do, you will get that divine nudge and you will just know. Like, you will know, I'm going to go over here today, or I'm just going to follow this. But you don't have to figure out a thing. It is all good. It is all done. And it is coming your way. And when you are ready, I just want you to drink your water. Just take it nice and slow. Just connect to your heart space. Feeling how good it is going to feel. Being with your person. Knowing you got that text, whatever it is that you are calling in. But it's yours. And at the end, when you've drunk it, you can just say to yourself, Happy Valentine's Day. This is the gift you're giving to yourself, the gift of creation. You are claiming this, you are creating this through your energetic intention. When you're done, you can just say, I'm done. But that's it. There's nothing more to do. It's out there. What I would suggest with your script, if you have got it in your phone, just keep it in your phone notes. Brilliant. If you ever need to kind of come back to the feeling state, sometimes I will take a script and I will just read my script and I will just tap through that script, or I will just read it and speak it out loud. I will do things that make me feel, whether it makes me feel beautiful or organized or powerful or whatever, but it's anything that just brings you back to feeling your best and sometimes just getting off a topic. There's a fine line between saying, you know what, I need to get off this topic because I've just been banging this drum. I'm affirming the wrong narrative. I gotta do something else, okay? getting off the topic, when there's certain patterns and things coming up, like I said about shadow and integrating and stuff, when you have got limiting beliefs coming up though, they're often, we call them intrusive thoughts sometimes, like an intrusive thought, like a thought that comes up in your head that's in contradiction to what you want. If that's coming up too much, then sometimes it's worth sitting down and saying, okay, where are you coming from? You know, and loving this, doing some inner work around that with EFT to remove that subconscious belief. I would obviously recommend using your subliminals, using your EFT, doing anything that is kind of like continually working on your feeling state and your self-concept. And the one thing that I said, that this was the thing I forgot to talk about earlier, is you are a perfect work in progress. So that's come up a couple of times. There is no person that is like, yeah, I'm done. If I met somebody and they said to me, I don't have any healing work to do, I'd be like, that's a red flag, babes. Like, you don't know that. Like, you don't know, like, what you don't know about yourself. Like, we can think we're really self-aware, and then this like other layer of like healing comes up, and it's like, damn, like the whole point of being in a relationship is to like love somebody and to say like, we're going to be here for each other through our healings, but ultimately it's like we're taking responsibility for ourselves so that we can be better partners for other people. Okay, so you are perfect as you are. You don't need to like be, like I said, when you're talking about being authentic, you don't have to be someone else. You just have to be being yourself, showing up for yourself and lining up to your person. But there's always going to be potentially more work to do, more remembering, more coming back to your divine truth. So don't put any pressure on yourself to be like, I have to be this completely healed person before anybody's going to like love me. Absolutely not. It's finding somebody, or rather creating and allowing that person, that relationship where you guys love, accept and support each other no matter where you're at on your journey. But like I said, 2 to tango, that should be one of your standards in like things, is that both parties are showing up for themselves, taking responsibility for themselves and each other. It's not on you to carry one person, as it were. Okay, that's a whole other topic. That's a whole other live. I'm going to stop now because we've been going for like over an hour, but not too bad. That's okay. Big love to you all. Happy Valentine's Day. Like I said, if you love EFT, come over to my Instagram where I try to tap like every week. And if you check most of my descriptions, I'll put it on this video as well. My book, Manifesting Happiness, is going to be out like internationally in July. It's July 11th in the US, July 6th in the UK. I can't speak for other countries. There are going to be some other country versions. I'm not sure what they're doing and what their dates are. If you are in the UK, I'm going to be having a launch party in London on July 9th. So would love to see some of you guys there, have a little party. Yeah. That's it. Happy Valentine's Day. You guys are wonderful. I love you. I appreciate you all. Come back. Tell me when you get your people. Tell me when you get your texts. Tell me when you get your person. But honestly, there's nothing for you to do. Just go off. Do you. Have a fucking great day. And I will see you all very, 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 very soon. I'm looking for the button to end this. Bye, guys. Bye.